All right, guys, I'm here to read you a story, and I want to talk about it before we begin. So, first of all, this is if you look up here, it's a narrative poem, and so a narrative poem is a poem that tells a story. Um, but like other poems, narrative poems use words to create sounds that add to their meaning. These sound effects include rhymes or words that have the same ending sound. So, as I read this to you, I just want you to pay attention to a couple of different things. First thing is, it is a story. So, there's a story being told about this ghost town, Rhyolite, that used to be a boom town. So, those are two vocabulary words from last week. And it is, and to be honest with you, not everything rhymes. So, you may hear some things like, "Oh, that doesn't rhyme exactly," and sometimes authors of poems will do that. Will make it so that it almost rhymes, but doesn't quite rhyme as you go. So, I also want you to pay attention to some figurative language. You're going to have, when you're done with this, answer some questions, and one of them has to do with personification. So remember that personification is when human qualities are given to non-human things, like the wind whistled through the trees. Wind can't actually whistle, something like that. Or, well, I don't want to give another one away because I was just going to tell you the answer to one of the questions. So, all right, so this is Rhyolite, the true story of a ghost town. And actually, what's interesting is the other day I found that maybe I'll put that link in here. You can actually visit Rhyolite. It's out in the desert, and it looks what a ghost town would look like. A bunch of buildings that are empty, torn down, but it was a boom town for a while. So here we go. Rhyolite, the true story of a ghost town by Diane Siebert, illustrated by Hugh D'Andrade. I don't know how to say that guy's name. Oh well. All right, here we go. In the desert, out of sight, rests the town of Rhyolite, where back in 1904, two prospectors in search of ore unloaded from their burros' backs, their shovels, picks, supply-filled packs, and digging watched their dreams unfold. Eureka! They discovered gold. They danced for joy, they laughed and yelled, amazed at what the desert held. The ore, it seemed, was everywhere. So, filled with hope, this lucky pair decided on a piece of ground where they could mine what they had found. While from a distance, wild and free, the coyotes saw what coyotes see. But when the partners staked their claim, word traveled fast, more people came to mine the earth, to sweat and toil, extracting gold from rock and soil. Investors watched this booming town and shrewdly laid their money down, financing projects, funding schemes of those whose hearts were heaped with dreams. And oh, the people's dreams were grand, for as they gazed upon the land, they mapped and measured, taking stock of wealth beneath volcanic rock, the rock known as Rhyolite. So, with its future looking bright, the town was named, and as it grew, the people made their dreams come true. They watched the town expand each day, a transformation underway. As tracks were laid and trains rolled through, as engines groaned and whistles blew, as wheels and hooves and human feet all made their way down Golden Street, as people opened shops and stores, a fancy bank with marble floors, and pooled their skills and funds to build a schoolhouse that was quickly filled. Prosperity was all around. The people heard it in the sound of booming blasts of dynamite that rocked the town of Rhyolite. Yet, times were as good as they could get. The town was full of life, and yet financial woes that plagued the West soon put the boomtown to the test. Investors far away backed out, their actions based on fear and doubt, and one by one the mines shut down, a costly blow that stunned the town. The news was carried by the wind, the ever clever coyotes grinned. The street lights dimmed in 1910 to never come back on again. A town undone, its lifeblood drained. For years a stubborn few remained, tenacious, hanging by a thread, their dreams by 1919 dead. And when the air had finally cleared and every soul had disappeared, this mining town of boom and bust lay lifeless in the desert dust. And where it stood, sun-baked and blown, its walls of wood and brick and stone now crumble as the wind and sun keep doing what they've always done. But sometimes when the night is still and shrouded in a desert chill, the voices from long ago begin to whisper soft and low. The shadows move, the music plays, while in their midst the coyotes raise sly, smiling faces to the sky and laugh at human times gone by. For in the darkness of the night, they claim the town of Rhyolite, a man-forsaken place that boasts of little more than graying ghosts. And that's the end of Rhyolite. So, if you need to access this to answer the questions, you can always pause the video as you go and read along. So, all right, that's it. All right.